We're about to hop into today's discussion. 4 out of 5 Black women are overweight or obese, and 40% of African American women don't work out because of their hair. So we've partnered with textured hair care brand for active women, Sunday to Sunday, to make sure that women don't compromise their health for beauty. To help us discuss this topic, we have Dr. Jennifer Davis Alexander. She has an in-depth clinical research experience with sensitive skin and dermatitis. Currently, Dr. Jen is the head of R&D for Supply Factory Brands and Infinite Looks, which are the makers of Sunday to Sunday. She has held various R&D positions at Fortune 100 companies and developed products for household brands such as Gillette and CoverGirl. Dr. Alexander is a wife, mother of 2 girls, and a member of a host of organizations, including Cosmetic Executive Women, Society of Cosmetic Chemists, The Links Incorporated, and Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Next, we're also excited to welcome Mackenzie Renee, a former beauty editor and experienced content creator with a background working with brands such as NARS Beauty, CoverGirl, Grey Goose, YSL Beauty, and Spanx, to name a few. Mackenzie has become an authority in the beauty and lifestyle industry over the past 10 years, and she's been featured in publications like Allure Magazine, 17, Essence, and Condé Nast. Her passion lies in inspiring and empowering women around the world to rise to their full potential and become the best versions of themselves. She is a Hampton University graduate, shout out to all the Hampton girls here, and a brand manager for Sunday to Sunday. And last but not least, we have Kiana Camper, a certified personal trainer and longtime fitness enthusiast. Born and raised in northern New Jersey, her journey with fitness began long before she became a social media influencer. She began dancing at a young age and continued this passion well into adulthood. She has always maintained a relationship with fitness and the gym. In 2012, however, Kiana, faced with adversity in her personal life, used this difficult time to dedicate herself to finding and seeking self-love. The gym became a place of solace where she could strengthen her body while also strengthening her mind, and she was motivated to pursue her ultimate purpose, helping others become the best versions of themselves. So she not only obtained a certification in personal training and began taking classes geared towards global health, she also launched her inspiring brand, Key to Health Fitness. Let's give it up for these ladies and welcome them to PGS Turns 9. Hi, I'm so excited to see all your beautiful faces today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, everybody who's watching this panel, we are going to have a Q&A at the end. So leave your questions in the chat room so that way we can ask them when the time permits, okay? All right, so I'm going to start off today's conversation with Mackenzie. If you could speak on the research-based challenges women with textured hair have when choosing between health and beauty, that would be awesome.
Sure, yeah. So one of the statistics is that 40% of African American women do not work out because of their hair. And that is truly the basis of why we created Sunday to Sunday. Our founder, Keenan Beasley, was inspired by a lot of the active women in his own life, including his mother, his niece, that have had active lifestyles, but also felt that there was a void out there in the beauty industry that has that standard of stagnant beauty. You know, it wasn't a norm to see women moving, and, you know, women were compromising their health for beauty because, you know, in the Black community, we all know what that's like to get our hair done and we don't work out because we don't want to sweat our edges out. We have a fresh blowout. So we're compromising our health in the long run, especially for women who wear their hair straight majority of the time. So now that the natural movement is a lot bigger, you know, we wanted to create something in that athleisure hair care space that helps women stay active or even maintain or start an active lifestyle while we handle the health of their hair and scalp along the way. So our products are really great for in between wash day. That's what we're meant to cover, and to really just make sure that we're taking care of the women that are active and putting you know, putting working out and sweating first in their life while making sure they still look good, but they're not going to compromise that and let it get in the way.
Absolutely. You're allowing pretty girls to sweat. I love it. Speaking from personal experience, I work out on average like 4 days a week, and I co-wash my hair maybe 1 to 2 times per week. So, Dr. Alexander, why is it so essential to remove sweat from the scalp after each workout?
So there are a couple of things that are happening when you sweat. One thing that's happening is that the sweat actually contains salt. And so when you leave that salt on the scalp, it's going to dry out the scalp. And so that can lead to itch, irritation, and it can even lead to hair loss long term. The other thing that's happening is that we have sebum on our scalp, which is the natural way that your body moisturizes the scalp and hair. And so when you have sweat, it disrupts that sebum barrier that you have on the scalp. So again, that leads to dryness, irritation, inflammation. There's just a number of things that can happen if you continuously leave that sweat on the scalp. So it's best to remove it as soon as humanly possible post-workout.
Got it. Now, Kiana, you work out all day long. So tell us about your health and hair journey.
Okay.
You're always still active. So
yeah. So first, I'm listening to each of you talk, and I'm like, wow, I guess with me, it was trial and error. So for a very long time, in the beginning of my fitness journey, I did the chop. I did the big chop, and I let my hair grow out, and I'm still natural. And so what I had to do was, so it wasn't to compromise my hair in the natural state. It was like, what can I do to do both? And what I had to do was learn how to do protective styling. So when I'm wearing the weaves, the extensions, and then I have to do every weekend, which is tonight, I'll go and I'm getting my hair washed. And then it's like, well, how do you have your hair so straight? I'm like, yeah, but I wash it. Like, I just don't tell you my regimen, but that I do have a regimen to create my natural hair. Now, I would love to wear my hair like Mackenzie. I loved it to death.
Thank you.
But just imagine me sweating, and it's like I'm trying to pull it out and like maintain. It was just a lot for me. So I found protective styling worked better for me. And if it's not braids, it's the extensions. And then on the weekends, like I do the whole weekend where it's like natural, and I just don't show that state, which I'm going to get better and get more comfortable with it. And that's something I personally want to work on. But protective styling worked better for me. And it's just finding my niche, just like in fitness. There's not one way of fitness or exercising that works for everyone. So someone might like cardio, someone like lifting. I love lifting, or HIIT cardio, whatever worked for you and whatever worked for your body. So it's just like learning both hair and, working out. And so for working out, it's like, what I try to do is create a platform where I expose and introduce everything, so that you're not just seeing, just me lifting weights. It's more cardio. I do a lot of HIIT workouts. I'm implementing my daughter so that everyone can know, like, oh, it's not me just being in beast mode. My, younger, children can do it as well. So, just trying to create a platform where it's visible for everything, not just one specific thing, So I might wear extensions. Mackenzie wears natural hair, or, her natural state, which I'm going to get like that, and I'm going to do it. And then someone may like to run, do yoga. It's just finding your niche and finding what works for your body, and whatever makes you happy and at peace, so.
Okay. Well, Mackenzie, so since we're on this topic of your awesome hair, how do you use Sunday to Sunday products? And, have they been a reliable solution for you when you're trying to balance healthy lifestyle with beauty?
Yeah. Honestly, the line has been a huge help for me because I wear my hair both curly and straight. So I was definitely one of those girls that when I had my hair straight, I did not work out. I was like, I spend too much money on my hair to have it all sweat out, and then it's no good in a few days. So I was definitely that person. Now I feel like even while wearing my hair natural majority of the time, I have those products that are lightweight enough to touch up my hair throughout the week, so I don't have to overwash it and dry it out. But it's styling products where it's over product on my hair where it feels weighed down. So that's what I really love about all the products. They're very lightweight, and I like that we focus on the scalp health because, at the end of the day, to have healthy hair, it starts at the root. And if you're not taking care of your scalp, you're not going to grow healthy hair. That's just what it is. So, it's versatility in all of the line because you can wear them if you have braids, sew-ins, locks, curly hair, straight hair. There's something for everybody. And how we like to approach it is pre and post workout. There's multiple ways on how to use the product. So, for example, after this amazing workout that we just had today, whether you have curly hair or if you have locks or braids, to get the product build up and sweat off of your scalp, we have one of our most popular products. It's called the Root Refresh Micellar Rinse. It has apple cider vinegar and micellar water in it, but it smells amazing. It's not like the ACV treatment you would do at home. It smells like a very kind of a sweet, crisp apple scent. And it's a lightweight mist. So you would use this and you would kind of like spray it on your roots or in between your parts if you have locks or braids or sew-in, just kind of get in your scalp. You'd spray it on there, kind of massage it in. And then if you have a microfiber towel, you can take the buildup off like that. Or you can just massage it in. What it does is it's going to gently cleanse that buildup and sweat from your scalp so you can remove it without having to wash your hair. So this is an amazing product. Also to freshen up the scent. You know, sometimes when you work out or you're outside in different elements, if you like to go out, you know, have a good time, you can spray this in your hair just to refresh the scent. It's going to add that moisture back in, which makes it different from spraying perfume in your hair, which has alcohol and that can dry your hair out. So this is going to add moisture in while really increasing the scent of the hair as well. So that's one of our most popular products. And it's great post-workout. Another post-workout product is our Revive Me Daily Moisturizing Spray. It's a lightweight curl reviving spray. So it's going to give your curls life again after you work out. It's going to add the moisture back into your hair if it's dry. You can spray it in if you have braids or locks to protect your real hair underneath the braids. Same with the sew-in. If you want to get the ends of a sew-in or any protective style like that, you can add some moisture back in. It's going to be very lightweight. We actually just won an Allure Best of Beauty Award for this product. So yeah, so we're super proud of this one. And I kind of showed you, right? I did the workout, so I quickly tried to revamp my hair to show you the difference. Sometimes after a workout, if I'm kind of short on time, I'll just focus on touching up the face framing parts of my curls. So if you see, I did it a little bit where it's a little more defined, right? After the workout, my hair was really looking like this. It was like fuzzy. So I didn't do this side to show you the difference of like, just, you would wet it with water, comb through, spray the product in and comb through with like a Denman brush and then finger coil it. And that's how you can touch up your hair without it being weighed down with extra products like a cream. So amazing product. It's also great for to get rid of frizz and reduce dandruff and itch on your hair. We do focus a lot on the itchy scalp because when you sweat, it makes your scalp dry again. So this is going to eliminate any itch or dandruff or frizz. So if you like to travel, if you live in a humidity prone city, this is great for that, to control that and get that out of the way too, which was a lot of girls kind of suffer when you have natural hair, it puffs up. And then the other product we have is the Soothe Me Daily Scalp Serum. Amazing. It's infused with peppermint oil and peppermint extract. It's a very lightweight serum that you can use to get rid of itch on your scalp. So this is proven to reduce any itch that you have in 15 minutes or less. So we all go through that no matter how we're wearing our hair, having an itchy scalp, the head pat. I mean, like we all know what's up with that. So, you know, like this is an amazing serum to get rid of that itch and really keep your scalp hydrated and light without having extra buildup again. So this is perfect for all hair types as well. And then our final product that we have is the Edge Flourish Daily Nourishing Serum. So this is a great pre-workout product and also nighttime product. So if you like to wear your hair pulled back, there's a few different ways. For the girls that like to wear a lot of gel can be drying on your hair. So this is a really good serum to add to hydrate your edges and hydrate those delicate areas before you apply your gel so that you're adding moisture back in. So you want to use this before you're putting your hair back into like a bun or a puff or anything like that. It's really great for protective styles because there's a lot of tension around the hairline when you wear your hair in braids or anything pulled back. So, you know, we suffer from all that tightness. So you want to be sure to add that hydration in to keep your edges strong and soft. So this is infused with biotin. It has coconut oil, sunflower seed oil, safflower seed oil. It's very lightweight, silicone-free, flake-free. So great to use for that. Also good for damage repair on the ends of your hair. So if you have dry ends, you have split ends, anything like that, if you have any thinning areas on your scalp, you can use it as a nighttime treatment where needed. You can just kind of apply it at the end if you have color or dry ends or anything like that. And it's going to add in that extra moisture and really repair any type of damage that you have on your hair. So also, I wanted to mention with this product, if you wear your hair straight, what's great about this is that you can use it around your hairline and then apply like a moisture wicking headband if you work out with that. Let your hair dry after you're done working out and then take the headband off. And it's going to help your curl not revert back if you're a natural. So it's going to help it lay it down. But it's a serum. It's not a gel. So I don't want to mislead anybody, but it will help from your curl kind of reverting back from sweat or water, which is what naturally happens if you're a straight natural. So these products are amazing. It's called our Moisture Balance Collection. We have a few different bundles too on our website. It's mysundaytosunday.com, and we'll repeat that later. But we have like a gym kit bundle if you just want to focus on the gym. We have like a curly hair bundle if you want to focus on just curly hair products. So there's a bit of something for everybody's needs. So yeah.
I learned so much about the products. I mean, I have the products and I've used them. And I mean, you just broke it down for us why they're so special. And Dr. Alexander, I want to call you Dr. Jen. I keep going back.
Yeah.
I love that Sunday to Sunday uses natural ingredients. So let's get into that. I mean, Mackenzie kind of went over, but there are some things that I think that you could touch on with why you all chose to focus on natural ingredients.
So we wanted to focus on natural ingredients because we know that's important to people and it's important to us from a health standpoint, right? And so we're all about health all the way around, not just with the hair. And so we have a botanical complex that does a couple of things. And so one of the things that it does is it enhances your stratum corneum barrier. So that's just the scalp barrier. And so what that does is it strengthens that barrier. And so it makes sure that you don't have excess moisture leaving the scalp because that can lead to dryness. It also helps to protect you against any environmental insults. So we may not think about, the scalp like skin, but it's skin, right? And so when we think about our skin and anti-aging products for our skin, it's the same thing for the scalp. And so what those botanicals do is that it helps to protect from sun damage. It helps to protect from pollution because all of those things can break down the barrier, which can lead to dryness, inflammation, hair loss. And so I really want people to start thinking about the scalp as skin, right? So we all about, anti-aging. I need this, I need that for my skin. The same thing goes for your scalp. And if you think about it, your scalp is more prone to sun damage than your face because it's closer to the sun in theory, right? Mm-hmm. And so we come at it from that standpoint that we want to use all natural ingredients or some natural ingredients that will help fight irritation, inflammation, and something that's healthy for the body. The other thing that the complex does is that it helps, like I said, with the barrier. So that reduces inflammation, that reduces irritation. A lot of people have sensitive skin. And when you have sensitive skin, that can be exacerbated by sweating. And so that can make your skin even more prone to irritation and itch, etc. So like Mackenzie said, we reduce itch in 15 minutes. And so it's an all around what we're trying to do is balance moisture. So whether that's the moisture that you're getting from sweat, whether that's the moisture of the sebum, we want to balance that. Balancing moisture across the board for your scalp is really important for scalp health. And like I always say, healthy hair starts with healthy scalp. And so these products can be used on relaxed and natural hair because we all have to balance moisture. No matter how you're wearing your hair, it starts at the scalp. And so you need a healthy scalp. And that is across the board, no matter how you're wearing your hair, the style you're wearing it in, or whether it's relaxed or whether it's natural. And we get that question a lot, is this just for women with natural hair? And we all have a scalp and it needs to be healthy, no matter what. And so that's what we wanted to do is to make sure that we start with the root of the issue, oftentimes pun intended, you start there and you start with the scalp and then you work yourself down the hair strands. And usually if you're doing what you need to do for the scalp, you'll end up with healthy, shiny, frizz-free strands.
Now, Mackenzie, you were going over the products. Now, are there going to be any more options added to the product line?
Yes, coming soon. We are working on solutions that we're really excited about. So yes, stay tuned. Definitely more options. We want to give people more options, because we know that we're very diverse, right? We wear different hairstyles, and sometimes someone that has a certain hairstyle, for example, or protective style, may need something different than, me, for example, right? And so we know that, and we are aware of that. That's the good thing about the people on our team. We all have different hairstyles, different lifestyles, and we know that that calls for different products. And so we're going to keep that in mind as we continue to innovate.
Now, key to health, since you are all about, the solutions to women, what advice can you give to women who often sacrifice their health for beauty?
So I just told you a story the other day. So in my gym, I have a private training facility. And so I have a private sauna. And, I don't let everyone use it because it's personal. And so I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, you got to come over and try the sauna. It's so cute. She loved the sauna before, we got into quarantine. And so that was her thing for going to the gym. And she's like, okay, I'll go. Say, for instance, I can't remember the day verbatim, but it was like, say, I wanted her to come over on Saturday. And she was like, well, I'm going to come, I'll probably come on Friday night. And I'm like, well, why? She's like, because I'm going to get my hair done. I want to get in before I get my hair done. And I'm like, great. Like, so you wouldn't take care inside. So I see, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. We do sacrifice a lot, and what I like about, and I'm listening to the product, I'm like, you guys have different kits, right? And so I feel like it's more beneficial now because you can use it if you're going to the gym. You can use it if you're not going to you can use it if you're going to hot yoga. And so I love that. So that makes me happy, and I'm looking forward to, I'm like, I cannot wait, because I think that the only way for me is protective styling, but there's other solution. And so learning and being exposed to more, I do want people to be encouraged to try more. And I'm going to speak for myself. I will try more because it's something that, normally, if this is my thing, if I just say, okay, every month I'm going to get it done over, but weekly, on the weekends I wash, and that's just been my go-to because that's just what's comfortable for me. But knowing and learning about more, now I can say my best advice is don't just stick with one thing. Just like in fitness in the whole, there's other ways that you can get it done and still look good. So I'm very, very, very excited about the line. And but the best thing I can say right now, and the best advice I can give anyone, whether it's hair or fitness, is try new things and it's all trial and error, different hair textures, different body types. It's all about, learning who you are and learning your own body. And just like Dr. said, we all have a scalp though. Just like we all have a body, and certain products that work for you might not work for me, and vice versa. And some exercise that work for you might not work for me. So it's literally just finding your way. And I love journaling. So like jotting things down, jotting products down, jotting exercises down that works for you. So it's basically, bottom line is finding things that work for yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And I wanted to add to that, because you mentioned the protective style. That is something that a lot of Black women just go to work, feel better. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. But, sometimes when we're in a lot of protective styles, we can forget about our hair underneath, thinking that you don't have to take care of it. And you do. It's not out, but it's still there. And you want to be sure that it's healthy when you take your style out, so you can continue to do so. Because we all read about, women that have protective styles, they neglect their hair. You have bald spots, their edges are thinning, all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's also important to, if the protective style works for you, which is awesome, and it does for a lot of women, to remember to take care of it underneath, because you're not washing it as much. You got to get that buildup off that's just accumulating. So as long as women remember that, like, just make sure you're taking care of it and keeping it healthy, and you can continue to get those styles if that's what works for you. So
I'm sorry, just to piggyback off of that, I'm becoming better at doing that, because I was that person, maybe even close to a year ago, that forgot about underneath. And so that's why now it's like, oh, I'm excited. My daughter's natural. She is only natural. And so, she don't really wear the weaves, but she'll wear like braids sometimes or whatever. So when she's wearing those, now I'm excited about the weekends because we do it together. So we're doing, I'm washing mine together, and I'm letting my, my deep conditioner sit in, and we're making and whipping up new products, because it's, at home stuff, remedies, because we do want to naturally take care of our hair. And even if she have the braids, she's doing the same thing. So yeah, I'm definitely learning that to remember what's underneath the protective style.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah.
And I always use the analogy of, it's like a plant, right? If you don't water the plant, the flowers die. It's like, if you're not feeding the scalp, what comes out of it, you're probably not going to be happy with it. It's
right. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a few questions come in. We probably only have time for 2. So sorry, ladies, I'm gonna get as many as I can. But number one, this one came from Kalena. She's a student at JSU, and she wants to know what she should do when she has braids while she's working out. You mentioned a little bit about braids too, Kiana, but She wants to know, does she wash them, or should she, since her scalp is exposed, should she just use, products like yours to clean?
I would say wash it. I mean, I don't know what anybody else. I would say wash it. My daughter washes hers and it still look good. And she used her little, her edge controls or whatever to tame her edges. But I would say wash.
And and even to add the in between time, like if it's not quite wash day, since you're not washing your braids off, because braids take forever to dry. Okay, like I don't. It's like, oh my god, they take forever to dry. You got to sit in the dryer forever. So in between those days when it's not wash day, you might have washed it, but you're working out during the week. The root refresh is what I would go to. This is the scalp cleansers. This is what's going to get that buildup off of between your parts in between that time. And then you go in after that with a serum to make sure it's not dry when it does dry. So like this is, if you wanted a product of not, when you're in between that time of not washing it, like I would suggest this. It's going to get off all the oils. And Jen, I mean, you talk about this product like really well when it comes to braids and even locks. So please add
essentially what it's doing is that it has micellar water in it. So it's like a magnet. So the micellar water just picks up that dirt and oil and, skin buildup. And then like Mackenzie said, when you wipe it, you're wiping away not just the micellar water, but also the dirt and the oil with it. The other thing that I would add is we all love our edges. So we got to give them some extra love. The edges have the thinnest hairs on our head. They're very, fine and they're fragile. And so like we have the edge flourish. And so what you really want to do is minimize manipulation of the edges as much as possible. So if you can, try your best not to overbrush, that's really important. Minimize intention. So, when you do have protective styles like braids, making sure that you keep your edges over moisturized because that tension is pulling and tugging. And so you want to make sure that you give it extra moisture because those edges are fragile and can break off. And then the other thing is before you put on any type of edge control products, putting a barrier, moisturizing barrier in between the product, that edge control product and your edges. And so that will help because what happens a lot of times is that we use these edge control products and those products build up on the scalp and that can clog our pores, which leads to blocking of the sebum. So we don't get the natural moisture. And so eventually that can lead to dryness and breakage, etc. So I just say I'm a stickler. I know how we all love our edges. I've had issues with my edges before with, blonde hair and all the things we do to our hair. And so just give your edges some love. And I think that's across the board, whether you have protective styles or whatever that is, we color our hair. We're very creative with our hair. And so they always need extra love.
Well, if you Sweat Sisters are really getting in on the topic of oil, so this definitely connects with your brand because one person, this is Kalena, she actually says that she's met a few people who didn't oil their scalps, but their hair has grown a lot. And then Valerie says she wants to know, should we oil our scalp? Yes or no?
So I think it depends on what type of oil that you're using. So you want to use a lighter oil because you don't want to use something heavy that's going to clog the pores because then that does lead to a lot of issues. And so what happens a lot of times is that we use heavy oils that clog the pores and then the sebum can't do its job. It can't protect us from the environment. It can't protect us from pollution. It doesn't get down the strands of the hair to moisturize. And so that leads to breakage, etc. And so what's different about textured hair is the fact that it is textured, right? So that coil, the sebum has to travel down a curled hair versus a straight hair. And so it takes longer for that sebum to travel down. And so you want to make sure that you're doing what you can to not clog your pores, to let the sebum do its job. And so, when your hair is drier, and it may be from a number of issues. I mean, like I said, the scalp is the skin. So it may be from working out. It may be from your diet. It may be that you haven't had enough, sleep. We have to think about our scalps as an organ. The skin is the largest organ of the human body. And so there are a lot of things that go into what's happening on the scalp. And so if you do notice that your hair is not as moisturized and maybe you don't have as much sebum as you have had, then it is okay to add moisture to your scalp. You just have to be choiceful in, the moisturizers that you're using. For example, argan oil is a good oil to add to the scalp. It's light and it won't clog your pores. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, this will be the last question, and it's from Ijama, who is a student at Howard University. She wants to just know, where can she buy the product? She's sold.
Me too.
Yeah, so you can buy the products on our website. Our website is www.mysunday2sunday.com, or on Instagram as well at mysunday2sunday.com. The whole collection is called the Moisture Balance Collection, but you can purchase them individually, or we do have the separate performance kits is what we call them. So if you want to look into the kits, you can go about that route as well. If you sign up for our email list, you'll get 10% off of your purchase and also be first to know about new product launches. If we have any specials going on, you'll be the first to know, because we do take our squad serious. So we like to give you guys the in first. That's kind of the advantage, a lot of perks of being on that list. So I'll also type it here so you guys can access it. But yeah, feel free to send us a message. We're very interactive when it comes to customer service. If you have any questions on how to use the product, the order that you should use it, please feel free to reach out. If you want to DM us, or you can send us an email, we're very responsive. So
I just want to piggyback off that. We love feedback because we're always trying to be the best, right? And so, any feedback you have, positive or, not so positive, we want to hear from you. So if you buy the products and you have some type of feedback, you want to take videos, whatever that is, we love getting that information. And especially for me, selfishly, as I think about innovation, hearing from you all, what worked, what didn't work, is awesome feedback to have. And it's super helpful to give you what what you're looking for and what you want. So please interact with us. Give us some feedback.
Well, to wrap this up, we need to shout out 3 winners of your Gym Essentials kit. So let's give it up for Valerie Ross, Trisha, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Is it Robles or Robles? And Rochelle Mays. So congratulations, ladies. Give it up to these products. And so we'll email you to send you information on how we'll ship them out to you. But congratulations again. And thank you, ladies, so much for your time today. This was awesome. I enjoyed every single second of this conversation. And many of the Sweat Sisters that are in the chat room right now, they have learned so much from you. So thank you so much. I want to thank Sunday to Sunday. I have to thank Amber Gardenhire, Kiana Camper, Dr. Jen, Mackenzie Renee, and all of our beautiful guests for making PGS Trends 9 so special. To stay inspired and hear about future events, follow us on Instagram at PrettyGirlsSweat. Visit our site, PrettyGirlsSweat.com, and text us at 404-737-3254. Always remember that fitness plus friendship equals fun, and there's no hood like sisterhood. Yes.
Thank you.